Hail everyone. I am the ever-loving Lonnie Webb here on Comics. And today, oh, that's much better. And today we are going to discuss some comics I recommend. Let's go ahead and hit that magic button right there. Please support indie comics. They will make your life much, much better as the mainstream comics just rot your brain. And let's talk about, let's see, today we are going to talk about a couple of things, but I want to add in something impromptu here. If I can spell it. Please give us a like and a subscribe if you're new here, especially if you like what I do. And if you don't, thanks for hanging around. And for people who are your favorite YouTubers, please give them a like and subscribe. They will appreciate it. And the shares are pretty much the only way little channels like mine get to grow. So please share things out as you get an opportunity. And a topic that has come up pretty organically over the past couple weeks, Justice for Noel Clark on Twitter and the Justice for Noel C account. If you would, go spread that hashtag around. Just tweet it, retweet it, and follow Justice for Noel C. And what the gist is, John the White did an article based on some information he uncovered and based on a video from Noel Clark, the Doctor Who actor. And it looks like some accusations that were made at him a few years ago. The results of what we were told in the newspapers did not add up. And as a result, we now have, with John's fine work, we have an examination of what those things are and are not. Specifically, right off the top, the numbers of accusations that the newspapers were reporting, the BBC, the Guardian, specifically, those numbers were not valid. They just don't add up. And especially all these 20 plus women who made accusations that destroyed Noel Clark's career and his way of life. None of them swore out a complaint to the police. The newspapers told us they did. The newspapers told us he was under investigation. And Noel has presented evidence that he is not being investigated by the police at all. Hey, Darren and others, please let me know if you hear me okay. Do I have echo? I'll just go on. The police released a document to Noel. They said he is in no way under investigation and has not been, specifically for the accusations. And hey, Broken Face Comics, and very, very good. Thank you. And I just want to point that out. If you go back in my YouTube history, John White and I have done 2 videos. The first one is a drill down into his documentation. He's got an article up, and that article, which is in the description of that video and the one that follows it, that document exposes clearly some questions that need to be answered. And based on the results of Noel's FOIA request, which I don't know what in the UK, I don't know what you guys call a FOIA, but the the document he got from the law enforcement states that he's free and clear. He didn't get investigated. He's not being investigated, and he's not under any pressure from law enforcement. So, given that, I'm asking you to, or in this side, tweet and retweet Justice for Noel C. Go to follow and go to Justice for Noel C. Oh, I'm sorry, Justice for Noel Clark and Justice for Noel C. There's a difference. And every day, tweet something, retweet something. We want this to trend so that the real media, the grown-up mainstream media that is not me, that is not John, that is not Noel Zone, that is not Rabbi, all the Doctor Who YouTubers are great people, but they're not grown-up media. Because by grown-up media, I mean newspapers. Cough. And so if you would, tweet and retweet and pay attention. The idea is we want those big newspaper types to hear what we're bringing to the surface, what we're asking for. They're going to want to sell newspapers. They're going to want us to tune in to them when they report this. So hopefully, as we get Justice for Noel Clark to trend on Twitter, we will get them to investigate and make some good positive statements regarding Noel Clark. And I'll state the obvious here. I'm in the United States. Noel Clark is not a big actor on my radar. I've seen him in Star Trek. I've seen him in Doctor Who. He's not that interesting to me until I found out that he's being kind of crapped on. And here in the United States, we got this funny phrase, we the people. We take justice kind of serious. That is, those of us that are normal people, those of us that are elites, they have a different system. So you know what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. All right, let's do some comics, all right? Let's start out by talking about Nephilim. And I will pop that up on the screen with a little bit of effort. There we go. Okay, so Nephilim Squadron is by Mel Allen, also known as Hex Allen on Twitter. I know Hex Allen from not just Twitter, on YouTube, and I'm encouraging you to take a look at his Indiegogo. Let's get that over here a bit. You know, I make the assumption that he's a he. He might be a Melanie. Don't tell anybody I said that. All right, let's take a quick look at the trailer. I'm going to play this real low volume in hopes that I don't.
Sci-fi fan. Are you finally ready to have your head explode? Never before seen sci-fi action. A strange new world. Exotic technology.
A Strange New World.
Against characters.
Nice
And
costume.
a story that will turn your mind inside out.
Okay.
Nephilim Squadron. Volume 1. Available now on Indiegogo.
Okay, that's kind of a fun looking trailer. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, we've got some artwork. Let me see if I can bigify that. That's bigification is not working great. Okay, I see what you're doing. So he's got what looks like pencils or inks and then grays. Oh yeah. Okay, Okay, I see what's going on here. Looking good. I think this is a color book, so this is not final. This is just undertones. And he's got a little bit of Starbuck going on there. Uh, this is not a bad way to do it. I should have done this once upon a time. And we'll take a peek at that. We'll take, you know, I'm leaning real strong to supporting this. I'm at the very least supporting this. Let's see. It is in demand. So if you drop money here, you're getting a product. This is real. Good deal. Good deal. Let me click the old follow button right there. I'll do that later because I don't want to type my wrong password and be embarrassed for being a boomer. Nephilim, yeah. The Squadron is an exciting science fiction action graphic novel about the clash between human colonists and the horrifying aliens in the 28th century, inspired by 80s space opera, anime, and manga comics like American Flag and the exotic sci-fi of Heavy Metal Magazine. Another way to describe it would be to say it's like Avatar, but with testosterone. Boy, tell me about it. Or it's like Top Gun meets Space Above and Beyond. Space, no, not space. Nephilim Squadron is like a Star Trek series directed by Tarantino. On the surface, the book might remind you of a few things, but it's actually nothing like you've been reminded of before. Okay. All right, so that's what the standard cover book looks like. Okay. There are some final colors coming. Okay, all right, I got that. And then there is a Macross. Okay. Okay, so it's got a Macross cover on it, or Macross style. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That is nice work there. Oh yeah, definitely a homage to Space Force in the G Force. Is that what it was? G Force. In the 28th century, human civilization on a distant planet fights for survival, rapidly evolving native species, and the intense struggle. A clone pilot suddenly desires. Hey, I'm liking this. I've got this down in the description. Go ahead and take a look at that. Stretch goals. Oh yeah, and then we have squadron patches. I don't think we're at the 8,000 level yet. Okay, Hexalon has a channel. Go check him out. And Reach for the Stars, original page, sold out. Okay. Be in the book is sold out. And the perks, 3 covers for 110, 80s 2 covers, 55 is a cover and some stuff. 55 is the other cover and some stuff. $30 is the standard cover and that stuff. What's different there? I don't know what's different between that Macross cover and that Macross cover. Oh, there's some cards or something that are not there. Okay. Then we get on down here. 35 gets you the G-Force. And down here to standard. sketch cards, download PDF, continue to scroll at your own peril. Okay, these are the comics that have motivated him to make this greatness. Okay, and some others. You know, you're going to get into some reading if you're not careful. Anyway, having some biographics on the characters. All right, I see how this is taking place here. Let's go all the way up. The options are $30 for the Milky Way, and the Milky Way includes the Dan Pleagle variant, the hollow deck, bookmark, pin, sticker, all stretch goal items. Currently shipping in 2023. Let's see, Hex Allen, are you in the chat right now? Let me make some button presses here. Blink. Oh, Cam, howdy. Mel is a fellow on comics, so all good call. Yes. Broken Face says hi. Okay, and okay. Hex Allen didn't make it in. That's okay. I will ask him questions at a later time. So take a look here. I think you are going to get a book if you click on this without any real fear of there being a problem. Some Indiegogos I wonder about, but not so much as some Kickstarters I have got some money in. And let's go look at this, figure out what you can support him with. And I do not see, you know, Hex Allen, I would have, I don't know if this is your first comic or not. It may not make sense. I would have had a support me $3 thing. What does shipping look like? Would you like to see shipping? Let's see what shipping looks like. Continue to payment. Required. We didn't get all of your preferences. Okay. Let's go unsigned because I just want to know what shipping is. And we wait. Hello. And proceed to checkout. Now, I think if I put in my name, oh, this should be my full name. And my email address. I don't care if you know my email address. I quite encourage it. And shipping's probably going to be like $8. 75082, that's close enough. And I don't want to submit a payment. I want to know what shipping is in the United States. Oh, here we go. 75082. Shipping country is required. Alrighty. It's $6. Okay. So, oh, Indiegogo wants a tip. That's so nice of them to tip themselves with my credit card. Okay, so the Milky Way is $30 plus $6 plus another $5 for Indiegogo. You press that button, you're going to get something. Okay. So you're out $11 over what you're paying. Let's look at the UK. United Kingdom, $18 plus that $5. Okay. The shipping hurts, but it is what it is. I don't think I could think of a way to beat that without having a publisher in the UK. All right. Back over to here. I think that's a pretty good assessment of things for that comic. Dr. Alex, hello. And for funsies, just for funsies, of course, it has come to my attention that I have submitted a short story to Dr. Alex before the rabbi has. Much humor on my part. Anyway, Rabbi might be done with his already. Okay, so let me go back over here and let's look now at, can I do this without messing up? Doink. Oh, I said doink. I want to look at this first. Alrighty. So we're now looking at Plainer Jane. That's a soft recommend on Nephilim, as I haven't really seen the art in its final form, I don't think, but I'm going to support it. Plainer Jane over on Kickstarter. Links in the description also. And let's take a peek at this. All right, this is for the final issue of Plainer Jane. This will be issue number 7. Go ahead and click this button right here says notify me. So click on that button and it will turn to saved, and you will be notified when Plainer Jane comes available. Having said that, let me scroll down. Now there's not much there. Having said that, if you instead go to plainerjane.com, the link, of course, is in the description. There is a competition going on. After you click the button in the Kickstarter page, come over here to plainerjane.com, swing in here, type in your full name, your email address, click enter competition. There's looks like some door prizes. I don't know how, I didn't read all the rules, but you get some stuff depending on if you win first, second, or third. And all entrants, that means you, will automatically receive a digital copy of Plainer Jane issues 1 and 2 delivered direct to your inbox. So if you haven't if you haven't received any of these issues, this is your way to get a couple of free issues in PDF and read them and see why I'm so excited about this series. I have read all of the previous 6. I read them last night and said, oh my gosh, we have to do this today also. And what happens if I click I want in? Oh, it takes me back to that. Okay. And here is the short version of who Plainer Jane is, and I don't want to read it. It's not really a spoiler, but finding these things out is much more entertaining than being told these things. My short version, my elevator pitch on this would be: this is a high school female Dexter, except she has no guiding force of Harry. She has a different bent for sure. Her needle is pointed a little off, and she's an assassin. She likes getting paid to, as she says, dead people. And I like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, but what I will do is I will take you through some of the art. If I can find where I left it. Shouldn't be that hard. Goodness me. I left the pages in the secret location. The secret location. Nope, not that secret location. Not that I accidentally showed you something awful, but okay. The artwork, in my opinion, improves drastically from issue to issue. However, it all benefits from a very, very sophisticated and yet simple style. I want to stop screen and I want to share, use my brain powers. Let me try one more time. There we go. Share the screen. Aha! Issue 1. Go ahead. There we go. All right, the cover looks great. Yeah. And now, before you write this off as too juvenile, too simple, I want you to think Alan Moore and Dave Green. This is more angular, a little less detailed, but that's fine. It's a consistent, simple, direct style that conveys a perspective. It gives us emotion on the page. Lots is happening that the artist is giving us. And I just want you to see that this is some pretty solid artwork. This comic does take place in the UK. And I'm about to spoil something, so I'm going to back off from this. What do I want to say? There is a satisfaction by the end of issue 6 that is very satisfying. And it could be the end of the book, but issue 7 is coming. I'm kind of looking forward to what could happen next. And I think this is a solid recommend, and I'm supporting this one also. So I'm encouraging everyone on the stream and everyone that watches this, please go back and give both of these Kickstarters and Indiegogos, give both of them a look. I am sure you're going to like it. So I'm pausing there because I don't want to spoil what is coming. Like I said, this is a very Dexter-like story. I read them all last night and just loved them. My wife read one last night, and I think she's kind of hooked too. So that's a normie and a comic reader both say this is going to be a thing. So I think we got a good book in Hexel, and I know we've got a good book in Plainer Jane. Please take a look at those. And there was one more thing I wanted to explore before I wrap up. I was going to do a World War II Sergeant Rock goes to Europe and not Sergeant Rock, but a Sergeant Rock-like character goes into the European theater and goes about some combat related to things that Indiana Jones could have seen. Imagine a bunch of historical figures doing archaeological and paranormal combat and study and adventuring. without Lucasfilm. So that's something that I proposed a year or two ago, and I didn't get a lot of activity, so I paused it. If you think that is something you are interested in, go to my Twitter, click on the pinned tweet, and watch the video. That will show you some of the artwork that I had proposed. Alternatively, I'm thinking about doing something like Blake 7, sci-fi, dystopian, some renegade factors that are factions or people. Blake 7-ish, not Blake 7. I don't have it, so I can't do Blake 7, but I'm going to do a story that will feel a little bit like Blake 7. That is, if you think I should. I need to hear that in the comments or on Twitter, and I'll respond either way. I will do either type of book that gets the most support. Or if I only get 30 people showing interest, I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I'm just floating that out there. I'd like to do it, but I'm not going to waste your time and attention if it's something you don't want. Now to wrap up, please hit the like button, please hit the share button. Put this out on Minds, on Getter, on Gab, on Truth, on Parlor, Locals, MySpace, anywhere you got it. Please put it out and invite people to take a peek at the video and, of course, the previous videos that I will eventually get. YouTube's been kind of clunky. It takes me a day or two to get end cards up. So I'll wrap up by saying, please remember justice for Noel Clark, hashtag, and at Justice for Noel C. Draw some attention to that account and that hashtag, and please, 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 let's make that trend. Broken Face Comics, thanks for coming in, and Darren, thanks for being here. Dr. Alex, thanks for being here. Cam, thanks for stopping by, and I've missed somebody, but I don't know who. Oh well. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys, and I will see you when I can.